वेलकम टू द नोवर निखिल लर्निंग ऐप। इस ऐप को स्टूडेंट्स के प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए डेवलप किया गया है। इस ऐप के अंदर आप लेटेस्ट गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स, रिजल्ट्स और एडमिट कार्ड के अपडेट्स पा सकते हैं। साथ ही साथ आप इन सारे ऐप्स को कैटेगरीज, क्वालिफिकेशन एंड लोकेशन के हिसाब से भी देख सकते हैं। इसके अलावा आपको गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स और डिफरेंट एग्जामिनेशन के प्रीवियस ईयर के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स को भी डाउनलोड करने का ऑप्शन मिलता है। आप इस ऐप को डाउनलोड कर सकते हो एंड्रॉइड प्ले स्टोर से और आप इस ऐप को 5 स्टार देना ना भूलें। हेलो एवरीवन, माय नेम इज निखिल एंड वेलकम टू द चैनल। आज का ये वीडियो सेबी ग्रेड ए का स्ट्रैटेजी वीडियो है। इस वीडियो में हम देखने वाले हैं कि कैसे 45 डेज में आप इस एग्जामिनेशन को क्रैक कर सकते हैं। एक पॉइंट मैं आपको पहले बता देता हूं कि सेबी ग्रेड ए का रिक्रूटमेंट नोटिफिकेशन काफ़ी टाइम पहले आ चुका था और वो डेट एक्सटेंड होते होते 31 मई 2020 तक एक्सटेंड हो चुका है। तो जिसने फॉर्म नहीं भरा है वो भी आज के डेट में इस फॉर्म को भर सकता है। लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में अवेलेबल है, मैं आपको दे देता हूँ। वहाँ पर आप क्लिक करके इसके ऑफिशियल नोटिफिकेशन को डाउनलोड कर सकते हो और उसको अप्लाई भी कर सकते हो। इसके नोटिफिकेशन के ऊपर भी मैंने एक वीडियो बनाया था। अगर आपके कोई डाउट्स हैं, आप डिटेल में चीज़ें देखना चाहते हो तो मैं उसकी वीडियो भी डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे दूंगा। वहाँ पे क्लिक करके वीडियोस को देख सकते हो और अपने सारे डाउट्स क्लियर कर सकते हो। और आज का ये स्ट्रैटेजी वीडियो आपको मैं नहीं बताने वाला हूँ, ये आपको बताने वाली है रिति गुलाटी। ये काफ़ी नॉलेजेबल और एक्सपीरियंस्ड एजुकेटर हैं ऑलिव बोर्ड की। आज के इस वीडियो में आपको यही समझाएंगी कि क्या आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी होगी इस एग्जामिनेशन को क्रैक करने के लिए। इस वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं, उनकी स्ट्रैटेजी को स्टार्ट करते हैं। इससे पहले आपको बता दूँ, जो भी वो चीज़ें बताने वाली हैं उन सब की लिंक्स भी आपको चाहिए होगी तो वो डिस्क्रिप्शन में अवेलेबल है। कूपन कोड्स, मॉक टेस्ट वगैरह की हर एक चीज़ें आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में अवेलेबल है, आप उसको भी ज़रूर चेकआउट कर सकते हो। चलिए स्ट्रैटेजी स्टार्ट करते हैं।
Hi friends, I really hope that all of you are doing great. So in this particular section, we'll have a look at one very important opportunity at your doorsteps to get a government job, right? So we are going to talk about how do we need to prepare for one of the very prestigious examinations which is going to be held nearly in some time, SEBI Grade A. So we'll see how do we need to prepare for this particular exam in 45 days, okay? So in case you are watching this video when there's only 1 month left or maybe 10-20 days left, then also don't worry. We will go about the preparation strategy in such a way that you will be able to get an insight step by step, right? So what are the things that we'll be covering at part of this session? So first thing, we'll have a look at the important dates, okay? Secondly, we'll have a look at the pattern of the examination. So having a look at the pattern will give you an understanding as to how do you need to proceed. Then we'll see some important points that we need to remember, okay? So these points are very important even before you start your preparation because it's going to give you a direction and clarity. Then we'll quickly have a look at the plan for paper 1 and then plan for paper 2. Here we are talking about the phase 1 of the examination. Okay. So important dates, the online application and the payment of fee, it has been extended. You can do it till 31st of May 2020. The phase 1 examination is going to be held on 4th of July 2020 and the phase 2 online examination on 23rd of August 2020, right? So keep these dates in mind and make sure you apply before it is too late. Now, pattern, as you might be knowing, it is a 3-phase examination. So you have phase 1, phase 2 and interview. Quickly having a look at the phase 1 exam pattern. So guys, if you have been giving SEBI in the previous years, you must be aware that there's a major overhaul in the examination pattern this year. So we have 2 papers that you're going to deal with in the phase 1 of your examination. So paper 1, paper 2. Paper 1 is very general. You'll be facing 4 sections here: English, quantitative aptitude, reasoning and general awareness. In general awareness, you need to give a specific look at the financial sector because they have given it specifically. I have taken the screenshot directly from the notification. Then this particular paper is going to be common for all the streams. You might be applying from the general stream or the specialist post, okay, like the IT post, etc. So you have 100 marks there and the duration is 60 minutes. Cutoff is there, 30%. It is very important to note that there is a minimum cutoff, okay? Now do not get confused. This doesn't mean that if you score 30% in paper 1 and 40 in paper 2, aggregate 40, you're automatically into phase 2. No, this just gives an understanding that they would consider you for shortlisting, okay? Then coming to paper 2, friends, this is something which they have introduced in a very different way, wherein you are going to be facing 6 sections, okay? Finance and management is something which, if you have given SEBI earlier, you must be aware. This year, they have tweaked the syllabus for economics as well, and 3 new sections have been introduced. Okay, 100 marks, 40 minutes, 40% cutoff. Aggregate cutoff is also there, which is 40%. Keep these things in mind, because when we discuss how to prepare, you should be aware about the pattern. Phase 2 pattern quickly. So we're going to be having again 2 papers. The first paper is going to be common for all the streams. It is going to be a descriptive test of English. Okay, 100 marks, 60 minutes of duration, cutoff is 30%. Paper 2, friends, is important point that it is going to be the same as your phase 1. So it's a very, very big advantage, because the syllabus is same, the sections are same. Okay, the difficulty level may be 1 level up, okay, but more or less the distinction is not going to be that evident. Okay, so now 100 marks, 40 minutes of duration, cutoff 40%, weightage is 2/3. Now guys, this is very important for us to understand that when you go about your preparation, you need to give more emphasis on paper 2, because out of the total marks, 2/3 of weightage is for paper 2. Okay, aggregate cutoff 40%. Now you have to keep one other point in mind, that phase 1 examination, guys, it is qualifying in nature. Okay, for your final list, the marks you obtain in your phase 2 and interview will be taken into account. Okay, talking about paper 1 quickly, which we are not going to discuss in detail though in this particular session, but you need to understand that they have specifically given the sections that they're going to ask in paper 1 of phase 2 exam pattern, which is a descriptive test. So you need to write précis, essay writing and comprehension. Okay, I would say in case you feel that you are a little weak in expressing your thought in a coherent manner, then please do go ahead and start practicing at least 1 essay, 1 précis and 1 reading comprehension per week. Okay, you can start building that base, so till the time of your examination you'll get a hang of it. Second point, please type it. Okay, because you are going to be given PCs there, you're not going to be writing or using pen on paper. Okay, so the typing speed also can be a big concern out here. Okay, friends. Interview, you can opt for a interview either in Hindi or English. So now when the final list is being computed, 85% weightage is given to your phase 2, the marks, and 15% to your interview. In phase 2 also, remember, there is a difference in weightage between the 2 papers, 2/3 and 1/3, 2/3 going to your paper 2 and 1/3 going to your paper 1. Now, from here, we will exactly get into the topic regarding how do we need to go about preparing for this particular examination. Okay, so before we move ahead, taking paper 1 separately and paper 2 separately, let me tell you the 6 important points that you need to remember. First thing, for shortlisting of candidates, what is going to be counted? Only the marks obtained in phase 2 and interview. Now, what does this point actually tell you? It is important that you qualify paper 1 and paper 2 of phase 1, but do not, go behind getting the maximum marks out of that paper. Okay, because anyway it's not going to be counted, but it is important for shortlisting. Okay, so you need to set your priorities right. Second one, in both the phases, we have paper-wise minimum cutoff and aggregate cutoff. We have already seen this point, okay? For each paper, like it is not possible for you to ace one paper and do bad in the other paper, because you have minimum cutoffs for each paper. So keep that point in mind, friends, when you are laying down your strategy for preparation, okay? The third point is very important. There is no sectional cutoff within a particular paper. That is, in each paper, if there are 4 sections, for example, in the paper 1, there is no minimum marks that you need to get in each section. Okay, so that's an added advantage. How is it an added advantage? For example, if you are good in reasoning part, you can maximize your score by answering all the questions from that section and playing safe in the other sections. Okay, so this is something which you can use. Next, negative marking is there for paper 1 and paper 2 of phase 1 plus paper 2 of phase 2. What does this give us an insight? That you need to concentrate on accuracy. Okay, sometimes you might answer less, but if you're accurate enough, you will be able to clear the cutoff. But please do not play upon random answers out there, because negative marking is there. Okay. Next one, the weightage of the 2 papers is different in phase 2. We already saw this point. I've emphasized this enough. So accordingly, prioritize. Okay. Last point, but again very important, that there are 6 sections in paper 2. Okay, you can see there: commerce and accountancy, companies act, costing, finance, management, and economics. Okay, now the paper is worth 100 marks. See the duration that you have been given, 40 minutes. So see the, here you can take the major point out of this is the difficulty level of the paper is going to be somewhere between easy and moderate, because in 40 minutes you need to solve a paper which has 100 marks and 6 sections. Okay, so what is the underlying point here? Your basics need to be strong, okay, because they will test you on that. Your fundamentals, stick to it. Okay, let's draw out a plan quickly, guys. Okay, I'm just assuming that today is 15th May and I am calculating that 4th July we're going to have our examination as per SEBI's dates. Now 45 days roughly in our hands, 6 weeks we have ample time to plan it out. So let's see how we need to plan it out. Firstly, guys, talking about paper 1, okay, we are talking exclusively regarding phase 1 here. So we know we have 4 sections. We have just now seen that in the pattern discussion. Now, again, we do not have an understanding regarding what is a mark distribution. We know that it is worth 100 marks, but we do not know the distribution. That would be available with us when the information handout is out. Okay, and that is going to be very few days before the examination. So we can assume 2 possible combinations out here. One can be each section straight away taking a 25 marks. The other can be GA section, a little more weightage of 40 marks. That also can be a combination out here, guys, right? So this is something, make a note of it. Okay, how do we need to prepare? See, these 3 sections, quant, reasoning, and English. Guys, the best way to prepare these 3 sections for the exams like regulatory body exams like SEBI or maybe NABARD or RBI is that, practice through mock tests. I would not recommend you to take each topic, complete them, then move towards mock tests. Do the reverse cycle here. Go and take a mock test. See where are your strengths and weaknesses, so that you can improve upon your weaknesses and you can play on your strengths in the examination. Friends, these are competitive exams, okay? So you need to just do the best in whatever you can and just make sure wherever your weaknesses are, if you can improve them, very good. If not, at least play safe, okay? So just one point here, giving a mock test alone is not going to help. The effort that you're going to put in analyzing that mock test is the key to your preparation. Okay, you might also be preparing for other examinations, that can be a really added advantage, because these 3 sections are quite common in all the competitive exams that we give. Fine. So how many mock tests do you need to give? Okay, so there are 6 weeks. We can roughly plan that in the first week, start a little on the light footing, give 1 paper, understand your strengths, weaknesses, draw out a plan that, okay, these are the topics I'm not comfortable with. So next time when I'm giving test, I need to practice a few questions, give the test, and then see if I've improved on those sections. Okay. Then 2 mock tests each, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. In week 6, again, go a little slow because you are nearing the examination date. There you can go for 1. Okay. You have general awareness section, guys. Okay, that's important. Now, they have specifically mentioned financial sector. So I would recommend for the last 8 months, go and pick the news related to financial sector. For the last 4 months, the other categories, like it may be awards, it may be sports, it may be summits. For those things, just have a look at the last 4 months, okay, because they usually test you on the recent months as well. Start studying from the latest month. Okay, so if you are starting in May, then make sure you are studying from April, like May, April, and then moving to March. Do not go from Jan or something. Okay, understand the priority, guys. In competitive exams, 2 points. Okay, what you need to do, what you need to leave, that is equally important. Okay, and the second thing that is important is your priority. You need to be very, very clever in prioritizing your stuff, because there are so many things that you need to do. You can't do everything on an equal footing. What you have to do then? Prioritize, right? Next, paper 2. So paper 1 is sorted. We know the way, we know what are the things that we need to do. We also saw how do we need to do. Okay. Now talking about paper 2, there are 6 sections. I've already told you about these 6 sections that you can see on your screens. Now, let's lay out a very rough plan. Okay, you can tweak it based on your comfort levels as well. Whenever we come out a strategy, guys, what you need to do is take important pointers from it, then tweak it according to your convenience. I might be very good in Companies Act, for example. So I might say, okay, I would not even allocate a different month for it or different days for it. Okay. Just I am giving you a kind of a blueprint wherein you can build upon it. Okay. So 15th May to 31st May 2020, I would suggest you to take up 3 sections: management, finance, commerce and accountancy. Finish it off. Move to the next 15 days: costing, Companies Act and economics. These 3 sections. Costing is a little lighter when compared to Companies Act here. 16th June to 30th June, go for revision. Last 15 days you can keep for revising the tough concepts. You can keep for doing 1 or 2 topics that you have kept for the later part. Okay, so these are some of the pointers that you need to think upon, but this is a rough plan that I have given you. Now again, giving mock test is equally important for paper 2 as well. Okay, so the same distribution I would go for in case of paper 2 as well. Week 1, go with 1 test, start slow, same distribution, again go slow in the last week before the examination. Now quickly what we will do, we'll just spend 3 to 4 minutes understanding the division of various sections into parts. This division is going to help you to again prioritize, structure it, because if I say costing, it has so many topics under it. If I say economics, there are so many topics under it. How do you divide and study? Okay. Accountancy and commerce, guys. So here, very simple, the entire syllabus. Now we have seen the syllabus of SEBI. In fact, this is a breakdown of the syllabus that is given there. So nothing new, whatever is given, we have reproduced it in a structured manner so that it becomes easier for you to grasp the areas that you need to start from. Okay. So part 1, I would say study about the financial statement analysis. Okay, here first just get an understanding of what is accounting. Before that, do not start that. Why we are doing this accounting, how it is actually helping companies or business enterprises. Then a very important thing is financial statement analysis. Under that you have these 3 topics. Then move on to understanding the basic terms used in accounting, which will help you in the 3rd part, that is accounting of issue of shares, bonus, rights, buyback of securities, ESOPs. Then move towards how do you represent it using accounting standards. And finally, the part 5 and part 6. Okay. Costing part, guys, again, there are 4 important parts. Very easy. Start with the introduction. Okay. Methods of costing. How will the products be priced? Okay, this is the fundamental of it. Once you understand how the products are priced, move to where the deviation lies. Cost control basics and analysis. Okay, so we need to understand where is the defect, where is the problem. So we use these 3 methods and understand that. Lastly, we have found the errors. How do we reduce those deviations? How do we minimize the errors? We are going to have a look at error-free processes under lean system and innovation. Fine. Very simple. 4 parts. Approach it simply and just strengthen your basics there. Okay. Companies Act, guys, there are the chapters that are mentioned specifically in your syllabus: 3, 4, 8, 10, 11, 12 and 27. Okay, for each part, for each chapter there is a specific topic. Under that you have sections. Okay, so you just need to, maybe you can split it out every 2 days. You can take and do a chapter, because I've already allocated the number of days that you need to spend for this particular topic. Okay, the section. Management aspect. Very simple, guys. You can just see there are 5 chapters. Okay, management, leadership, HRD, motivation, communication. Okay, each chapter the basics need to be clear. For motivation and leadership, make sure you're doing the theories. Okay, because you have a lot of theories there. So once you get a hold on those theories, then a basic 2 to 3 questions are bound to be there and you're going to answer those questions. Fine. Finance part. Now see, if you have given RBI previously, you can clearly see that this particular syllabus of finance is actually a subset of the syllabus of RBI grade B. So it is way easier. So here you can structure it. Okay, just do not start with any topic. It does not give you a flow and confidence. Okay, So what you need to do, start with financial markets, understand what is a primary market, secondary market, okay, understand the various instruments that are being used, then move on to derivatives, understand the types, forwards, futures, swap. Then you can move on to inflation topic. Why inflation topic? It is important because it is again repeated in economics also. So I would say that just give good importance to this particular topic. Then move on to direct and indirect taxes. You can categorize the fourth part as a single unit, wherein you're studying what is a direct tax, what is an indirect tax, the sources of revenue, okay, GST, which is a latest development, finance commission, fiscal policy, FRBM. Fiscal policy again forms a very important part of economics as well, so please do give focus on that. Along with fiscal policy, make sure you're doing union budget also, you are doing economic survey also. Fine. Then move on to the remaining topics, guys, like financial inclusion, alternate sources of finance, PPP. These topics, do it at the last, okay? Then just have a look at the role and functions of regulatory bodies in financial sector. I hope it makes sense to you. You're getting a flow there, right? Economics. Now, do not get frightened seeing this particular, table of contents. This would help you to understand how you can structure your preparation, because if you go and have a look at the syllabus, you cannot very clearly demarcate the topics, okay? What is the essence? What actually do you need to focus upon? So that is completely missed out if you just go and directly have a look at the syllabus. So after going through the syllabus, we have broken them down into the chapters, the same kind of chapters. This is actually the exact replication of how we have produced in the course, okay? So we start with giving you an introduction of macroeconomics and microeconomics. Then you have demand and supply. So these are the concepts. So once you go with this particular flow, you will be able to understand it as a whole and complete the syllabus as well, right? So guys, at the end, I would just like to quickly say about the offerings that Olive Board has for SEBI Grade A 2020. So we do have exclusively only mock test also, wherein phase 1 mock test can be bought. Plus there is other pack wherein phase 1 and phase 2 mock test together can be bought. The third one is the full notes and full test and notes. So there's a combination of notes and the test. We also have a video course, okay, video classes for SEBI Grade A. It's called the SEBI Grade A 2020 Cracker course. So in this course, what we are doing is for each section, each topic, we have come out with a video explaining that topic. There are notes complementing that topic, okay? And at the end, obviously, there are mock tests that you can avail, right? So I really hope, guys, that you have got a hang of what we have discussed here. So we started off by understanding what is the pattern so that you can actually plan forward. Secondly, we derived 6 important points out of that pattern. That's definitely going to help us to, go in the right direction, because these things should be there in your mind even before you start studying, okay? Thirdly, we drew 2 plans. One is for your paper 1 and the other is for your paper 2. We saw how many number of mock tests you need to take and how you can distribute it across the various weeks, okay? We went in depth into the syllabus to get an understanding as to how do we need to proceed, what are the categorizations that are possible. I really hope that by now you would have understood that it's going to be easier for us to ace this examination provided we follow the right direction as per the requirements of the examination. So guys, do take good care of yourself in this particular situation and be motivated to study, because things are going to eventually get normal in the future, right? Thank you so much. If you like this video, do press the like button and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much.
तो आई होप आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा होगा, ये कुछ डिफरेंट था आपके लिए, मैं समझ सकता हूँ। बट अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छा लगा होगा, इससे कोई भी स्ट्रेटजी से आपको फ़ायदा मिला होगा, तो आप इस वीडियो को लाइक ज़रूर करें, कमेंट करें अपने डाउट को, और अगर आपको ऐसे और वीडियो देखने होंगे तो आप इस चैनल को भी ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें। थैंक यू।